Hello and welcome back to Resident Evil 2, where today we are probably going to be finishing up Claire B. Also, where part of this delay was due to, you see how I've got that black and white blurred version of the game in the background so that we don't have letterboxing on the left and right? That, for whatever reason, OBS decided to resize between streams. So, yeah. Hey there, Nick. Alright, just refamiliarizing myself with what I've got on me. Yeah, the blurred black and white version of the game that's in the background was... Oh, hi, Sherry.
I've been looking everywhere for you. I was so worried. We've got to go now, honey, okay? If we stay here, that monster will find us. Let's go.
No, I won't.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name. Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him.
Wait, Sherry. Don't go alone. Sherry! Sherry!
Well, now we are Sherry, who has a first aid spray and a picture. Taken fairly recently, in fact. But yeah, the black and white screen around the game, that, when I started up OBS, I noticed, hey, it's not even being rendered at 4K, it was being rendered at 1080. So it was only in the top left quadrant of the screen instead of, you know, filling the whole screen. I actually have to render it larger than 4K so that it does that. Excuse me, fellas. I hope we're ready to push more blocks. And would you look at that, it's the exact same block-pushing puzzle that Ada had to do, except now we take longer to get up on top of the blocks, because Sherry is short. They could have at least put the boxes in a different configuration. And there's our spade key. We needed that. So, something I want to just talk about real quick here. Rumble. Because you see, I'm using the 8-bit Do 64 controller, which intentionally uses the same type of rumble device as the N64's Rumble Pack, where it's got a, it's got weights that are spun around an axle in order to make the rumble happen. Like, it uses actual weights moving around. And they're not insubstantial weights either. And because they spin around, it's got a very characteristic style of rumble to it. I miss this style of rumble. It feels really substantial and like it's nice. Modern controllers use like a weight being vibrated back and forth on some springs.
Sherry, are you okay? Did you find your dad?
Yes, I'm okay. But I couldn't find him. But I did find something else for you. Here. Here's another.
Thanks, sweetie. Now, why don't you come over here? I want you to stay with me.
Claire! I can't reach the ventilation hole anymore. But don't worry, I'll find another way. I can take care of myself.
Wait, Sherry, come back. Sherry! Sherry!
Is that a ventilation hole?
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Got it.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
I'm on my way.
Yeah, Outlander, I do remember that. But yeah, modern controllers, the rumble that we have, they use like electromagnets to move a weight back and forth on some springs to create the rumble. Which does allow them to do some pretty interesting things, and like they can get really detailed vibrations, but they don't have the same force behind them as the spinning weight here in this controller and in the N64 Rumble Pack. So like it's a very different feel. And I miss the substantial rumble that we used to have. I can only hope that someday we'll manage to find a best of both worlds approach where we can get really detailed rumble, but that actually has a real kick to it. Sir, didn't I get rid of you already? Though I suppose since we got the spade key, some things have probably changed. We've got new spawns and whatnot. And we absolutely want the red card key. I was looking at chat and not the zombie, and have ended up in danger because of it. Thankfully, I had a fix for that. We need to go in here to turn on the power. Hello, red herb. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. I believe you can also do up, up, down, down, up. As long as you don't have the 3 ups in a row, I think it works. Yeah, Outlander, I remember when the Rumble Pack was first coming out with Star Fox 64. I was really concerned, like, why would anybody want that? It's gonna make it harder to control the game. The controller's gonna try and escape from your hands. Who would ever want that? Turns out I want that. Like, it's not that hard to keep a handle on the controller. It doesn't vibrate that much. And it does add something to games. Like, is it perfect? No. There is 27 grenade rounds. Okay, yeah, just confirming we are never again touching our handgun. 6 acid rounds. 21 flame rounds. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. The handgun no longer exists. And let me just take the side pack and equip the side pack. But yeah, like, I get that there are definitely people who don't want the sensory feedback that Rumble provides. I personally like it. It adds something to games. Some games use it very well. Some games use it not well at all. But yeah, there's different, just like anything in games. There's different implementations that are of different quality. Anyway, I'm gonna actually go back to the item box and tell this machine gun that honestly I should have just left there. I'm gonna tell this machine gun to shove it. Because there is no case that we will ever use it over all of these grenades that we have. It can't happen. And now we can walk around with our lighter. We sure do have 3 red herbs and no greens, and I sure did use a triple green herb mix earlier in this very stream. Wonder if that was a case of, poor planning. Yeah, basically any implementation of anything regarding force feedback on controllers, there's always going to be good examples and bad examples. For instance, on the DualSense and Sense controllers for PS5, the haptic triggers, there are some games where those are used very nicely, and others where what even is the point? For instance, Monster Hunter Wilds has an implementation of the haptic triggers. Try and guess what it uses it for, I dare you. Resident Evil games use the haptic triggers. What do they use them for? Why, they use them to make all the triggers on the different guns feel different. So like each gun's trigger has a different type of pull to it, which is kind of immersive and it adds to the game. What does Monster Hunter Wilds do? Well, you see, when you're on the map screen, it adds tension to just before you get to the very end of the trigger pull. And if you do get to the very end of the trigger pull, then it takes you all the way zoomed out, instead of zooming out gradually like you would do if you pulled the trigger most of the way. So that's the only use of the haptic triggers in all of Monster Hunter Wilds, is to make it so that you can pull the trigger extra tight that last little bit to instantly zoom all the way out. Another red herb. And yes, guard, this is a crazy amount of grenade rounds. The randomizer in RE2 N64 definitely has opinions on how much ammo to drop. Sucks to be Ben. I'll take those bowgun bolts. Does Claire have reason to go here yet? So we're going to need that crank. I'm carrying too many things. And the item box is farther than I want to go. Oh, ouch. I've been hit by some dogs. I have. Oh no. I need to fix this. There we go. All better. Another red herb. So here's the thing. I actually do need to go back to the item box. But this time it's only 3 load screens out of my way. And I would have needed to go back for the crank after going to the item box if I hadn't fixed all of that heavy damage that those dogs did in fact do to me. I took at least 2 hits from dogs before using that herb. So yeah, it was super necessary. Alright. Film can go in the box because there'll be a box we can retrieve it from. The lighter, I actually do need to keep the bowgun bolts, which I remind you, the bowgun is what Claire gets instead of a magnum. We've got a few of those. And this first aid spray can also go in the box. And there we go. 3 slots to work with. Could I put away some of my varieties of grenade rounds? Absolutely. Will I? No, that's what we got the side pack for. power to get rid of these guys? I mean, I guess the windows are still open. So Leon found his magnum in here. What is Claire gonna find? Just some acid rounds and the same Watchman's Diary that we've seen before. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know how many acid rounds we just got. But if I look at the playback on my preview, I'll be able to find out. We had 20, we got up to 26. Okay, so there was 6 acid rounds, which is just a regular amount. I suppose I'll take this ink ribbon this time. I believe Leon left it behind. Honestly, Claire probably doesn't need it either. But still. Okay, so we need to get to that spade door. And that is the last spade door. So yeah, if we get there, then we get to get rid of a key. Oh hey, that's Sir definitely gonna stand up at some point. Cool, we got a twofer. Yeah, he stood up! And also invited 2 of his friends. I don't know where they came from, but he invited them. Drake Raid, in terms of burning zombies to make sure they don't get back up, that was a thing specifically in Resident Evil 1 Remake. The reason I'm using flame rounds on zombies isn't just to guarantee a kill, which it is a guaranteed kill, but it's not to keep them from getting back up, but rather because flame rounds do the most damage in a single hit. So if you're against just one enemy, like, you fire a flame round, it'll get rid of a zombie. Whereas the grenade rounds, since it fires a spread of grenades, you need multiple of them to score hits in order to guarantee a kill, which means you gotta be pretty close. So basically, the flame rounds are just a way to get a kill from a safer distance without using multiple shots. And then acid rounds, I think they do as much or more than flame rounds or something. It's at least similar. Acid rounds also have similar range, but I know acid rounds work real good on liquors. And so I tend to use them on liquors. Right, we gotta check this to see. Is it still Jack, King, Queen? Or Queen, King, Jack, that's right. So 12, 13, 11. Hi, Mr. X. There's the answer to the question posed in the title of the stream. Surely he won't burst through a second wall. Excuse you, sir. Dude could have just gone right back out the hole he made the first time, but no, he just had to make a second hole. Okay, so now we need to go to the library and then upstairs. But first, I want to visit the dark room. I suppose if I want to go to the dark room, then this is our fastest option. Sure is a shame that this image got so crunched we can't see Welcome Leon with 2 L's. Oh, that's not a G-arm, that's new. It's a whole G guy. Or not a G guy, a tyrant guy. Development code T103. Due to accelerated metabolism relative to the earlier OO series, this subject possesses exemplary regenerative capabilities. PHX016 file data. Do I want to save right now? Yeah, probably. Couldn't hurt. Drake Great, the answer to whether it was X or Nemesis that was an upgraded version they wanted to transport to a safer facility after the outbreak began, the answer is neither one. Mr. X is an upgraded version of the Tyrant. It is the 103. But they had 6 of them and they released them all in Raccoon City just as a means of getting test data. The Nemesis was a different experiment that was specifically designed and programmed to follow instructions and specifically hunt down the stars. So, yeah, they were both intentionally released into Raccoon City to get combat data and or accomplish a specific mission. Right, I sure did leave this here earlier, and I'm gonna continue leaving it there. Handgun does not exist. There is no such thing as a handgun in Claire B. It is a fiction. Especially when the rando gives me so many grenade rounds. It could have given me nothing but handgun ammo. Could have. But the rando giveth, unless what you want it to giveth is blue herbs. Time for Screeky. And there's the other half of our blue stone. Do I want to jump down here? I don't think I do. Because that'll take me down into B1. And like... then I'd have to go all the way back up. And then up again to get to Irons' office. Whereas from here, I can just go back down to the second floor of the library, go across the second floor of the precinct. Yeah, I'm much closer if I don't jump down. Which is probably why they don't give Claire the option to jump down. Okay. I was just mashing the A button on it and nothing happened, so yeah. Thanks, game, for deciding to not give me the option to take a longer path. Drake, you do correctly remember a tyrant on a helicopter. Oh, hi, Mr. X. Would you mind letting me go through that door? I was just trying to go through the door. Kind of rude of him to make us back up in the direction where there isn't any space. And we got 6 G rounds for our trouble. Though honestly, I think we spent higher value of rounds knocking him down. But yeah, the tyrant was on a helicopter. It held 6 canisters, each with its own tyrant. And one of them was dropped specifically onto the RPD. But that was a different helicopter than the one that crashed. 2 helicopters have caused problems for us in the Claire B route. Also, there's a liquor. Yeah, the helicopter that crashed was a rescue helicopter that was gonna pull an officer out before he got mobbed by zombies, and while pulling the trigger constantly, ended up shooting specifically the pilot of the helicopter and nothing else. And then the helicopter that dropped the tyrant was just flying overhead and dropped the tyrant and kept going on its mission. As far as tyrants getting transferred to other facilities, that did happen in a game Claire was in, where we had to fight a tyrant
Where?
on a plane to Antarctica.
Sherry, you're okay.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
How did you get back here? Mail to the chief. To Mr. Brian Irons, Chief of the Raccoon City Police Department. We've lost the mansion lab facility due to the actions of the renegade operative Albert Wesker. Fortunately, we've read this entire file before. Yeah. Deposited $10,000. We've got a problem. Yep, we have read this file before. Hey, Sherry, we've got an elevator. You gotta come with. Sherry? Right, is this the one where I have to interact with something other than the elevator door?
Where? I'm going down there. Stay here and wait for me, okay?
Okay, I guess Sherry doesn't have to come with. So, I believe we are about to encounter Willie. And having the grenade launcher on acid rounds should work just fine for that. Drake Raid, it was Code Veronica where that happened. Which means it was also Darkside Chronicles where it happened.
Made it this far. Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
Calm down, Chief. What happened?
Shut up. You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin?
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already figured it out, the monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G-Virus. An ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me. What the?
So he lied to us just now. He said the monster that's been tearing his precinct apart is a product of the G-Virus, but no. While William is here, he has not been tearing the precinct apart. The only thing we've seen him do is kill specifically Ben. He has not harmed any of the infrastructure or any of the building. Meanwhile, Mr. X, a product of the T-Virus, has busted 2 holes in walls. Dude's got a whole ass gator on that shelf. Not to mention a shocking amount of human bones. And meanwhile, Claire only cares about the chemicals. Not the human bones or the gator. I feel like there's more important things to take note of, Claire. Also, there's a file here. It's an EX file. Chris's report. Dear Chief, below is my account of what led up to the explosion of the mansion. On July 23rd, STAR's Bravo team, led by Captain Marini, went to investigate the bizarre homicides that occurred in the Arklay Mountains. After contact with Team's chopper was lost, Star's Alpha Team, led by Captain Wesker, went in. We found the remains of Bravo Team's helicopter on the ground. After landing, we were immediately attacked by bloodthirsty dogs. There should be a hyphen there, between blood and thirsty. We later discovered that these dogs were actually zombie dogs, as they did not even feel our gunfire. After Joseph Frost was killed, we were forced to retreat to a nearby mansion. But good news, this is what made a slot on Alpha Team for Rebecca to join us. After further investigating the mansion, we learned that it was actually a secret laboratory of Umbrella Inc. All researchers were turned into zombies by some type of unknown virus. We also discovered that Umbrella was using that lab as a testing area for new bioorganic weapons. We found the dead bodies of some of the Bravo team members, including Enrico Marini, Kenneth Sullivan, and Forrest Speyer and Richard Aiken. We believe that those bioorganic weapons caused their deaths. No, Enrico was not killed by a bioorganic weapon, just for the record. Kenneth, yes. Forrest, yes. Richard, also, well, yes. But he was alive for a while. After that, we discovered that Captain Wesker was actually working with Umbrella and that both Alpha and Bravo teams were being used as live test subjects for the bioorganic weapons. Wesker had betrayed us. We barely managed to survive that nightmare. However, since the mansion exploded, there's no evidence to support our claims of Umbrella's secret lab or the bioorganic weapons. The lab was underground. I feel like you can't completely explode it. Like, you can still go down there and discover the remnants of it. It might be buried, but it's still there. The zombie phenomenon that has been occurring in the city is extremely similar to the zombies we saw at the mansion. We suspect that Umbrella is somehow linked to all this. In order to solve this mystery and put an end to the zombies that are roaming the city, I propose we launch a formal investigation into Umbrella. Thank you for your attention to this extremely important matter. Chris Redfield, Stars Alpha Team. Thanks for that recap of Resident Evil 1, Chris Redfield, Stars Alpha Team. Disturbing stuff. I feel like disturbing stuff would have been a better fit for over here. Because, like, we look here, this is all just canisters and stuff. This would have been a better fit for the formalin and other chemicals. Whereas over here, this is the disturbing stuff. Hi, Chief Irons. How you doing? You got anything for me? No? Okay. Where'd your legs go? Well, he's not going to answer me. He's got a blood pool under him, which means he is dead for good. That's how it works in these classic RE games. Hi, Willie. First boss of Claire B is the first boss of RE2 Remake. Oh, the music was done. I thought he was done too. Oh, he is. He just had to get one last swipe off on me. But hey, I'm fine. Hey, look, a ladder. Do I need to go get Sherry? I feel like I should need to go get Sherry. Wait a sec. He doesn't have a blood pool under him anymore. Is he gonna come back? Something tells me I'm wasting my time trying to go get Sherry.
Claire, you came back!
I can't believe the man who developed the G-virus is actually her father.
What's wrong, Claire?
It's nothing. But I think I found a way out of here. We should be able to find someplace safe if we can just make it out of town.
But...
Don't worry, I'll protect you. I promise. But you have to make sure you don't leave my side.
So I guess I didn't waste my time coming back. Now, Sherry, just ignore the corpse of Chief Irons missing his legs there. Sherry, I can't leave you alone. You need to actually follow me. Keep up, kid. Why is there a button? I guess to lower the ladder from up here. Or to raise it, I guess. Hey, Sherry, you gonna come? Keep up, kid. I don't think Sherry has the N64 controls.
Let's get out of here.
Claire?
Run!
Why run? He didn't even notice us. And why shout run? Oh, bye, Sherry.
Sherry? Where are you? Sherry!
She'll be fine. After all, she has to show up in Resident Evil 6. Ooh, 2 green herbs. Don't mind if I do. I forgot to go back for the red herb in the dog kennel. Oh well, I've got enough. Considering I still have 3 unused red herbs. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna really miss the red herb that I left behind. I really don't think I'm gonna miss the red herb that I left behind. Sewer manager facts. Yep. Describing who's going to go through the sewers and when. We have seen that. $26 more bowgun bolts. Actually, let's get our bowgun closer to its bolts. Drop a quick save. Yeah, Nick, 100%. Birkin is a great antagonist. Because, like, yes, he did a horrible thing. But also, at least in the OG RE2, yeah, you can see him trying to look for his daughter. The remake RE2 kind of makes it a little bit less of an, oh, the original William is still in there somewhere type of thing. You know what? Actually, no. I'll use my flame rounds because I don't have that many, and if we get rid of all of them, then we will have more space for more things. But yeah, the remake was like, oh, he's looking for his daughter because she has the most compatible genetic information of anyone, and therefore is the best candidate for him to create a G offspring with. Yeah, that makes it a lot less, oh yeah, the girl's father is still in there, and a lot more ick. And that green herb will allow us to use our last currently existing red herb. Where does this door take us? To a dead end. Why does this dead end exist? Probably for a reason, but not one that I'm privy to. It's interesting that the item box is somehow the laggiest part of this game. I have over 100 bowgun shots. And while yes, that is what Claire gets instead of a Magnum, it is not nearly as powerful as the Magnum. Though it fires faster if memory serves.
What happened? You're bleeding.
I ran into this woman who was in trouble. Her name's Ada. Right after that, someone tried to kill me. Nearly succeeded, too. Ada went after the sniper, but I'm worried about her. You gotta find her before something happens.
But you've been shot.
I'll be okay. It's Ada I'm worried about.
So Leon told us 2 falsehoods
I'll be
there.
okay. It's Ada I'm worried about.
First, when he said someone tried to kill me, no they didn't. She tried to kill Ada. You were just... You threw yourself in the way to protect her. You were not the target, Leon. And second, when he called Annette a sniper, that was also misleading. Yeah, I'm really not gonna be missing the red herb that I failed to pick up earlier. Yeah, when he called Annette a sniper, she wasn't a sniper, she was just a shooter. She was not sniping. Just because she was off camera when she fired the shot does not mean that it was a sniper. So let's see here. I have in my inventory 1, and then in my item box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 full heals. So I have 10 full heals to my name. Oh, hey, 26 more bowgun bolts. Yeah, I am super not going to care about missing that one red herb. Especially because I've got another red herb in my inventory, so that's an 11th full heal waiting to happen. I'll take more G rounds. Oh, hey, more flame rounds. Only 6, but 6 is still plenty. That's 6 zombies. Minimum. It's cute how when you kill zombies in here, their corpses float up to the top. How far are they gonna let me go? Hang on, is there an item on the other side here? No. Like, we're in areas that Claire has no business being. And yet... they're still letting me go here. Oh boy, handgun bullets. Those don't even exist. And yeah, guard 100%, every Resident Evil game that has had a grenade launcher, the grenade launcher has been very good. I swear, if you poisoned me just now... I just got here. I didn't even hit with that one. Well, time to stay poisoned until we get into the sewer again. Well, I guess we're in the sewer. Oh, hey, that red herb. It shall be mine. And all it's going to cost us is probably multiple full heals dealing with this poison. Time to use one of them full heals. Seriously, the fact that that spider was able to poison me pretty much the instant I arrived on that screen. After going through a load screen to get there, not just a scene transition. That was rude. And it was all because I was exploring in a direction I didn't even need to go. Honestly, I could reload a save and thus get rid of the poison that way, but no. We're already in the sewer where the blue herb planter is. So, like, it's not going to be too far before I can cure myself. Right? At least it's not going to be as long as it took Leon to cure himself. So there's another spider in this room. I don't... Yeah, we can't go up there yet. And these fellas have the wolf metal, which we need. And a green herb, which I will take. And also an EX file. Operation instructions. Orders for Special Agent Hunk are as follows. Penetrate Umbrella Research Facility located outside of Raccoon City. I believe you need capitals for the R and the C in Raccoon and City. Recover G-Virus sample from Dr. William Birkin. You are authorized to use any means necessary to secure this sample. Upon recovery, sample is to be delivered to Loire Village? Failure on this mission is not an option. French Division, R&D Facility Head Manager, Christine Henry. And that is the last one I'm going to find for a bit. EX file, that is. Joke's on you, Spider. I'm already poisoned. You can't poison me again. So we can go ditch our wolf metal right now. Which will free up a slot. Excuse me. Can't believe Umbrella used wolf and eagle metals to open their secret labs 2 games in a row. RE1 and RE2. And there's... hang on. Annette's fine and all, but there's a blue herb planter right there, Claire. It's urgent.
Are you alright? What happened?
Get away from me. You just want my husband's G sample, don't you? But no one will take that away from me. No one.
Husband? Then you must be Annette.
How did you?
We don't have time for that. Sherry is lost somewhere in the sewer system. I have to find her.
What? I told her to go to the police building. Why is she here? Now Sherry and the G sample are both in danger.
What did she mean by that? Does Sherry have the G sample?
I like how Annette's lab coat was clipping through the letterboxing. There we go, no longer poisoned. Also, hey, Annette actually cared about her daughter at least somewhat. Do I see 2 things of handgun ammo and 1 thing of flame rounds? I think I do. Yep, handgun ammo, flame rounds. I will take the flame rounds. The handgun ammo is for a weapon that just doesn't exist in this game. It's weird, the randomizer forgot to make handguns a thing. And up goes the bridge. Honestly, I'd be worried about Annette's health after seeing her come out of water this green. Nah, I don't need the ink ribbon. Well, it's a good thing we aren't gonna have to fight any gators in here, because that's a Leon thing. And notably, Claire gets here before Leon does. But after Ada does. So Ada has already gotten here, had a splash happen. She should be here shooting at the water because of Gator. And yet she is not. And we've seen this sewer manager diary before. We need the Eagle Medal. And done with the roaches. Guys, this passage is way too wide for you to be a threat using N64 controls. Plus, I never have to go back there again. I don't know what they were thinking, even trying to ambush me there. Anyway, Eagle Medal, go! I forget if it was Wolf of South, Eagle of North, or Eagle of South, Wolf of North. If we remember, then we'll be able to tell which direction is north here. Okay. Time for things. And this rack, which with its special camera angle, still has nothing on it. Oh, hi, Sherry.
Sherry, you're okay.
What grabbed you and how did you get away from it?
Sherry, did your mom give you something called G-virus? Either a vial or a test tube?
G-virus? I've never heard of anything like that before.
Are you absolutely sure? If you give it to me, I'll hold on to it for safekeeping.
But I really don't have anything. It's the truth.
But why would her mom say something like that?
It certainly wouldn't be in the locket that is modeled separately from the rest of her body and clearly visible at all times. Why would you even think that? Go, Flare, show us the W box key. I like how there's a bespoke animation for Sherry putting her hand on Claire's back during that. Oh, never mind, it's not for that. It's just what she does when she's close enough to Claire to just make contact. Okay, if it was specifically for putting her hand on Claire's back during when Claire is crouching down, it would have been a lot more interesting and also funnier that her hand wasn't actually touching Claire. Sherry, you gotta be quicker. Come on, Sherry. We're moving. Yeah, Sherry definitely does not have the N64 controls installed. She has to do slow turns. Sherry just got barfed on. I do not need the spark shot. I don't. Like, not only does Sherry have to do the slow turn, but this is in a game before quick turns, like the quick 180 was even introduced to the franchise. This N64 version is the first version of RE2 where you can turn on a dime. I mean, at least Sherry turns kinda quick. That's a red herb. We can combine that with our green herb. Oh no, I am damaged somewhat. Time to use a full heal. So that we can then pick up a full heal. Turn around, Sherry. Honestly, with how quick she turns around, I think maybe she got a quick turn button before the protagonist did. Oh, hey, look, another red herb.
Sherry, wait here. I'm going to check it out by myself.
Okay, I'll wait here, but hurry back.
I believe I saw acid rounds just now. I did see acid rounds just now, and G rounds. So yeah, about me not needing the spark shot. I don't need the spark shot. I don't think I need the valve handle anymore either. More G rounds. Just for funsies. Hey look, I have a triple-digit number of G rounds loaded into my gun right now. Oh, hang on, there's a map. I like maps. Ah, yes. That camera is going to meet with a terrible fate. And let's take the U key. What's up, key? Hang on, there's... somewhere in here is supposed to be an EX file. Where is it? In the cabinet in the monitor room passage by the monitors. There's the monitors, here's the cabinet. There we go. Want ad. New positions available. Umbrella Inc. Raccoon Branch. Full-time, includes benefits. Who are we? As the #1 pharmaceutical corporation in the world, we are constantly reaching for new ways to expand and grow. Oh, okay, so who we are is the #1 pharmaceutical corporation. It's just that extra bit isn't part of who you are. What we're looking for? There shouldn't be a question mark there. We're looking for healthy, dedicated, and single individuals of any race, religion, or sex. What? Why single? That's a red flag right there. They're only looking for singles. Positions available: sales, service, production, etc. Why do any of those require singles? Requirements: no experience needed, but you must have a clean bill of health. Overseas positions are also available. Please note this on your application. Seriously, big red flag that they are asking specifically for singles. There's our boy. Apologies if any of you is photosensitive. Rude. Be nice if I wasn't right on the transition between screens there. Fired one shot more than I needed to, but I can afford to. And that time I feel we gained value in terms of what we spent bringing him down and what he gave us. Also, Mr. X, 100%. One of the biggest improvements from OG to remake.
Okay, Sherry, let's go.
I just used my up key. I can no longer ask what's up key. H-gun bullets in the toilet? No way. Those are where they belong. The D key isn't here. Also, that's already been opened, which means Leon and Ada have already come this way. How did they beat us here? Like, actually, how did they beat us here? The only detour we had was to get the U key. But the U key was required to bring this train up in the first place. Which I guess means they were implied to have gotten here before we got here to even get the U key. So at some point, Leon and Ada managed to get ahead of us between when we took the tram
Claire?
and when we
What was
got
that?
to the platform.
Don't worry. Just wait here. I'll go and see what it was.
Willie, this is the second time you've tried to attack someone on this very elevator. Ow. I don't like firing when I don't have line of sight to my target. Oh, we got him. Bye, Willie. Have fun up there. The motor overheated.
Isn't this...
That's okay. You keep it. I'm sure it'll keep you safe. Wait here for me, okay? I'm going back to look for your mom.
Thanks, Claire. Even though I'm an only child, neither of my parents ever spent much time with me because of their work. But now that you're with me, I finally have someone to rely upon.
Sherry.
Claire, you left that vest in the RPD. Well, not getting back that way. And all Claire had to do was just wait a minute. Turns out when the problem is overheating, sometimes you just gotta wait for it to cool down. Okay, can't use that elevator because the power's not on. Even though there are lots of lights lit up in here. Right, this area. Is that handgun ammo on the floor? It sure isn't. The W box key we can leave behind, because it's going to be a while before we find the W box, and we're going to find an item box before we do. I'm going to want a mixed herb or two, though. Where is that block gonna go? Oh, hi, mister. You got a file for me. Investigative report on P-Epsilon gas. This report demands immediate attention. The P-Epsilon gas has been proven capable of incapacitating all known BOWs, bioorganic weapon. As such, it has been designated for emergency usage in the event of a BOW escape. Reports based upon data collected during prior incidents indicate the potential for negative side effects. The P-Epsilon gas has been proven to weaken BOW's cellular functions. However, prolonged or repeated exposures will result in the creation of adaptive antibodies to the agent. Furthermore, some species have been observed to absorb the P-Epsilon gas as a source of nutrition and use the toxins extracted against anything perceived as a threat. Use of the p-epsilon gas should be severely limited to extreme cases only. So yeah, using the anti-BOW gas gets rid of liquors, but it makes IVs poisonous. Also, capable of incapacitating all known BOWs, except some species that absorb it and as a source of nutrition. That means not all BOWs. We strongly request the authority to reevaluate the p-epsilon gas deployment system. We would like this reevaluation to take place immediately. Oh look, a green herb and a typewriter. I do not need that typewriter, but there is an item box close enough. I might as well, for safety's sake. Now, that block wants to go down this path. Yeah, Guard, I have watched the RE showcase, but like, when it comes to... I'm not trying to absorb all the information they have to give me on it. And they haven't really showed that much, if we're being honest. So, like, yeah, I am very much looking forward to playing a new Resident Evil game on Pokemon Day. The day that we probably learn that Generation 10 of Pokemon is coming. I hear a liquor. I have my acid rounds at the ready. Right. The stronger liquors take more than one acid round. Ah, yes. Only employees allowed in the iron smelting pool. I remember that. Let's turn on the elevator. Wow, they just completely replaced a square of that image. So that's the power to the elevator. Which means the door to the power room is still locked and not where we go yet. Would you look at that? Dude took one. These zombies are clearly stronger than the rest. And unfortunately, where Leon had an upgraded shotgun that could one-shot these guys no problem, Claire does not have an upgraded grenade launcher. She's only got it at its base strength. Hey there, Curbster. And I mean, to be fair, the base strength grenade launcher is much more powerful than the base strength shotgun. So it's not like Claire's exactly missing out. But at this point, Leon was better equipped than us, though not as stacked in terms of ammo. Also, Ada is not here, which implies that we managed to get here before Leon did, even though Leon got to the elevator to get here before we did. Time is just all kinds of weird in Claire B. Or maybe this is after Leon already dropped Ada down the hole where she definitely died. That's possible, I suppose. And yes, Guard, I do in fact have a ludicrous amount of grenade rounds. That is an appropriate descriptor for having 127 grenades. Yeah, Outlander, it is arguable that the upgraded grenade launcher is the flame and acid rounds, but as we've seen, those are less powerful than the upgraded shotgun. Well, actually, we haven't tried acid rounds. Maybe acid rounds are better than, or as good as the upgraded shotgun. But we know that flame rounds are not as good as the upgraded shotgun because the upgraded shotgun gets rid of these zombies in one hit, whereas the flame rounds take sometimes two.
Sherry? Where is she?
Yeah, Curbster, I'm pretty sure a certain someone will stream Resident Evil 9 when it releases. Though also, if you're a big baby when it comes to horror games, play the OG Resident Evil games. They are not scary at all. They are silly. Especially OG RE1. It's a great game, and it is impossible to take seriously. And Leon has not been here yet. So, we got down here before Leon did, but Leon got to the elevator to come down here before we did. Everything is wrong. Fuse comes from over here. Unless it's moved for Claire. Oh, look, more handgun bullets to never ever pick up because handguns don't exist in this run. We have too much grenade launcher ammo for the handgun to even be remotely worth considering. And that's been the case pretty much since we got the grenade launcher. And now for the unsung hero of Resident Evil 2. Go, robot arm. Do your extra spins. We love the robot arm in this house. Most important character in this whole game. Is this computer still for organizing files? Yep, sure is. In 1998, when literally every computer made in the last, like, 5 years was capable of organizing files. I'm gonna have to play OG RE1 for the stream. Like, I did one stream of OG RE1 way back when, but I died and hadn't saved and thus stopped playing it there. And then I also streamed Deadly Silence, which is a remake of OG RE1, but it's not OG RE1 itself. So yeah, I'm gonna have to play through actual OG RE1 at some point, not Deadly Silence, so that we can see it in its full glory instead of its extra crunchy DS glory. And we got some IVs, which are not poisonous because I didn't use the gas, but also I don't have flame rounds, so they just get regular grenade rounds. Okay, we got them both. Yeah, Outlander Deadly Silence is a very good game because it's OG RE1 with some extra little bits that make it slightly more interesting in some parts. Like, I like Deadly Silence. It's not a bad game. But also, just in terms of output resolution, it's DS output resolution instead of, say, 480p. Or 240p as it would have been. So, Claire doesn't need to light this on fire. Even though this guy is already here and poured oil all over the place, but the oil hasn't been burned, which means that Leon hasn't been here, but also the plant hasn't grown enough to have its tentacles coming through there. The timeline for Claire B is so strange. Hi, fellas. Cool. Love missing. But I also love twofers. It's the problem with liquors being so short, or low to the ground, rather. You can't hit them if you aim straight forward unless they are especially far from you. And you can't get close enough to aim down at them without getting their attention, which means you might take a hit. Which basically just means if Claire is facing off against a liquor and she doesn't start off at the perfect distance, she's probably taking a hit. And hey, look, the Ivies are back. So I believe Leon's upgraded shotgun took 3 shots to bring these down, maybe 4? Claire had to take 5, so clearly grenade launcher's just way worse. That's not the... Yeah, I figured we were in danger. And that Ivy is now done. So now Now let's head on downstairs. Incidentally, we only have 2 more EX files to find. Is this handgun ammo? Sure is. That gets to stay on the floor. There is 0 chance I could even possibly need the handgun ammo, unless I deliberately waste about 100 grenades. Which I don't believe I'm going to do. Dang. Dang. Got him. Sure, we may have wasted 2 rounds, but why'd that second shot miss? Two more green herbs. Thought I still had a red in here somewhere. We're gonna want that W box key. You know what? Let's grab the bowgun, because I think the bowgun is what, or is the W box, does that have a spark shot upgrade? I don't remember what it's got for Claire. But also, we've got way too many bowgun bolts. I want to try using them and remember whether the bowgun is absolutely terrible in this game or actually good. It's one of the two. And I should probably save too. I have experience with not saving at this very typewriter, causing problems. Another green herb. We'll leave that on the floor for now. I need to go put these ink ribbons away. This lab right here is going to have our penultimate EX file. W box key. Right, we need to actually... There you go. Ah, it wasn't an upgrade, unless you consider additional ammunition an upgrade. Well then. Dang, we can't put all 175 of these into the bowgun at once. Oh hey, there's a first aid spray. One shot, one kill. Ah, but it fires 3 at once. Well, I suppose that makes it make more sense why we find so many bolts. So the answer, the bowgun is actually good. Can I grab the file and not just the ink ribbon, please? I want to get the file without the ink ribbon. I guess we have to get the ink ribbon first. Mother virus report. The mother virus was first discovered by Oswell E. Spencer, and it was him who founded Umbrella Inc. There shouldn't be a comma there. As time passed, Spencer's research was succeeded to Dr. J. Marcus. However, Dr. Marcus abused his power and had to be fired. Following Dr. Marcus came Dr. William Birkin. Dr. Birkin's experiments delivered many outstanding results, including the T-virus. It is presumed that he will be finishing work on the more powerful G-virus in the near future. Currently, research on the mother virus takes place at our laboratories all over the world. In the near future, we hope to discover many new viruses. So, this was made after they had started work on Resident Evil 0, but before they decided that it should be called the progenitor virus. Oh boy, we got the P-room key. Now we can get into the P-room. Good thing, too, there's been nowhere to pee in this whole game. That's one thing the remake got right. They added a bathroom to the police station. So there is a P-room before the lab. Though I don't recall there being a P-room in the lab in the remake, so maybe it's not all better. Just completely filled that thing with crossbow bolts. Thankfully, back in the 90s, computers were immune to grenade blasts. They don't make them like they used to. Also, hang on. I'm going to press back real quick. Well, as soon as I can. Escape. Pay attention here. That handprint, or the hand scanner, that is for a right hand, or a left hand. It's for a left hand. Look. Look at it. There's a thumb on the right. Like, yeah, the pinky is short and you could potentially put a thumb there, but there is more space between the thumb on the right and the rest of the fingers than the pinky on the left and the rest of the fingers. That is a thumb on the right. That is a left-hand scanner. My username is Nemesis. Don't know why they would make that be the guest username, but hey, it sure is. Oh, Claire actually used her left hand. Didn't Leon use his right? Well, I guess Claire's smarter than Leon. I'm actually gonna save again. Still in a different slot. And I have to remember that save 12 was before I grabbed the P-room key. Just in case they give us like a timer or whatever. I don't want to get locked out of the special room. Because it's got our last EX file in it. Hi, Annette.
Annette!
Where's Sherry?
But I asked her, and she's never even heard of the G-Virus before.
Which room? Tell me. Sherry!
No! Annette!
The sample's inside the pendant Sherry's wearing.
So, acid rounds are clearly better than the bowgun for dealing with liquors. 2 acid rounds gets rid of a liquor, whereas basically a full load of bowgun ammo gets rid of them. So, yeah, acid rounds are the upgraded shotgun. If I encounter another liquor, I might have to heal when I see it. Because we are at caution, which means the liquor could one-shot us if it chose. We'll go in there in a moment. First, secondary fingerprint verification. Time to find our final EX file. And also some liquors. Thank you for getting closer. Right. Oh! Extra liquors. Why did that not harm it? The remains of a failed experiment. And here we go, final EX file. MA-121 progress report. As a result of the scheduled product improvement plans for the MA-120, production of the latest multi-purpose BOW, MA-121 Hunter, has been completed. Although the Hunter has demonstrated high performance exceeding expectations as a BOW, in the interest of producing improved products with higher levels of usability and enhanced power, Hunter R and additional enhanced BOWs are currently under development. There should be no shortage of practical applications for current products under development. William Birkin. Is this... This is a Hunter. The only one in the game. And it's just here, killed by liquors, apparently. What have you got, sir? Ah, the MG bullets for the gun that I don't use because it's not as good as the grenade launcher. Case to transport some important chemical, but there's nothing inside. Alright, well, that's that room. And now to go in here. The last room in the game we haven't explored prior to the P room. Of course it's got ivies in it. Rude. Surely we're... Rude again. Surely we're going to have to actually synthesize the vaccine at some point, right? Yeah, because Sherry gets infected, doesn't she? I need to go find a box and get a curative. Maybe Sherry gets infected on Claire A. Or maybe it's on Claire B and we just haven't gotten there yet. One of the two. Either way, we gotta go to the P room. Let's grab 2 full heals, just to be on the extra safe side. And I don't need the lighter anymore. Or maybe I do. I'll get it back just in case, but I don't think we're gonna need it. Also, this is clearly before Annette got clonked on the head. In fact, it's before Annette got her hands on the G-Virus sample, which means before Annette got to Sherry. Which means Annette got to Sherry before she got clonked on the head, because she had a G-Virus sample in her hand then. Now to ride this lift down, so that I can go to the P room. Goodbye, P room key. It's amazing that there are type P doors on rooms other than just the P room.
Sherry! Help me, Claire!
The monster's after your pendant. Throw it to me! Good girl. Now run, Sherry. As for you, come and get it. I've got what you want. Come on! Here. This is what you're looking for, right? Fine. Then go get it!
Buddy, that's for employees only. You can't go in there.
sucker.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Well, time to go to the emergency car at the bottom platform. Still can't believe Mr. X took a swim in the employees-only iron smelting pool.
Sherry, where are you? Where is she?
So where's Mr. X? Did that cutscene lie to us? He's not here. Sometimes it's weird and you notice yourself holding down to move up. You gotta love how this game handles its control transitions between screens. Over here is just a dead end with a typewriter. Is there anywhere else for me to go right now? No, I think we just... Ah. Well, now we know where we're meant to go.
Mom! Mom!
Sherry, you have to escape. I know I've been a terrible mother, but I still love you. Forgive me.
Mom!
Sherry, we have to go now.
Game, I pressed up, not down. It's a gun, it's not loaded. And there's our master key to take the lift to the bottom platform. Wait. Her fever has subsided and she is resting as though asleep. She is still alive and we're just gonna leave her there. Something tells me that that text was meant for a different character, like, say, a certain little girl after we use a vaccine on her or something. Because I don't think that was meant for Annette in that situation, given that everything other than that text implied she was kind of gone. Actually, wait, before I use the master key, oh, okay, never mind, I guess we're not saving. They just had passageway as two separate words when it should be one word. Wonder why the elevator got briefly stuck there. Probably nothing. I just did proceed to the bottom platform.
Now you wait here, okay? I'll go and get this thing moving.
Well, there's an item box in here, and a typewriter. Okay, good. And a sparkly. Oh yeah, the platform key's probably important. Oh, look, additional ink ribbons. And you know what? We're not gonna have any other time to use them. Just in case. I think we do need to leave at least one open slot to pick something up, though. You sure would think that they wouldn't tell you to proceed to the bottom platform in speakers that are at the bottom platform. And yeah, we need to power the motor. So we need to use our P key to open a gate and then grab the power thingy, and then I think we fight the super tyrant, and then we can activate the train and actually leave.
Five minutes until detonation.
Alright, so we have got 5 minutes of actual gameplay before this run is over. Hang on. What's this way? Another item box, just in case. This way we've got a door. Just confirming something real quick. Yeah, there's no EX files in here. We already got the last EX file. In fact, if we look at our files and look at our EX files, we will be missing exactly 2. Yep, so there would be 2 stacks of tabs going everywhere if we'd gotten them all. We're missing only 2 because I didn't grab the ones on the way to the RPD the first time. So that's where to put the thingy. Which means I didn't grab the plugs yet. Give me those plugs. Some people think it's weird that they like to give us one final key item that's pretty much only used in the boss arena, and that you get pretty much in the boss arena. There's a reason for that. It's because that way they can ensure 100% that you will have space to pick up the special weapon that they give you to kill the boss. Anyway, hi, Super Tyrant. Okay, 2 hits take us to danger. Glad I've got 10 full heals.
Here, use this.
Thanks,
Who
Ada.
are you?
She's Ada, Claire. And would you look at that? The R launcher takes up 2 slots. The exact number of
big guy.
The exact number of slots the plugs took up. Actually, I guess this timer isn't for the entire rest of the playable part of the game, because there will be one extra bit that this timer does not apply to. Imagine running out of time on the way back to the train to activate it after beating the Super Tyrant. Really, zombies? Now? And you're not even anywhere near the door? You're just... they have to be just there for set dressing. There's no way they're there to pose a challenge, that's for sure. The tunnel gate isn't open yet. Okay, they're there to keep me from opening the tunnel gate. There, now the tunnel gate's open. Though I'm pretty sure the train could have bonked through that no problem. I briefly considered saving just there. But we'll probably be fine without it.
Hurry up! Leon! Leon!
So,
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
It's over.
we've seen this scene before. So when Annette confronted Leon, she had G-Virus in her hand.
Right. This is just the beginning.
Which means that when Claire took the locket and threw it, and thus made Mr. X jump in the
God is protecting you.
employees only
It will always
iron
protect you.
smelting pool.
Claire.
Sherry.
Okay, we're at new parts now. Anyway, Annette managed to find the locket. It must have missed the iron smelting pool. So Annette grabbed it and then went to confront Leon.
What was that?
Well, I do have a spare rocket. Game, I held up, not down.
Warning, biohazardous outbreak imminent. The emergency system has been activated. This train will detonate. Repeat, this train will detonate.
No! What's wrong with this thing?
I don't know. The door won't open.
There's probably no reason for that. Hi, Willie. So, Willie, how would you like one rocket? I mean, he didn't like it, but he can still take more. Game, I held down, not up. Oh, he was already done. I managed to change weapons between when I fired my last shot and when it killed him. Well, anyway, that's time, I believe.
Warning, warning.
So it wasn't time yet.
System has been activated. Each train compartment will detonate sequentially. Repeat, each train compartment will detonate sequentially.
Leon, stop the train!
I can't. The door to the control room is locked.
What?
What is it?
Sherry, get back! That's what I call it. Claire, where are you?
You don't give up, do you?
Sherry, what are you doing?
We have to stop the train, right? I can do it.
Sherry! Persistent, aren't you? Well, come and get it!
Which one's the right switch? Maybe this one?
Sherry!
Claire!
Can't hold on much longer.
Push the switch over there!
Got it!
Gee, the big red button that says emergency is the emergency brake. Also had Leon get under there.
Finally.
Are you okay, Sherry?
I'm okay.
Where's Leon? Leon? Leon!
Right here.
Leon!
You're both safe. Next thing, just die. We've got to get out of here! Move it! Go! That was a close one. That was pretty impressive back there, Sherry.
It was nothing. I saw someone do that on TV once.
Come on. We've got to move out.
Now what's the problem? Is something following us?
Hey, we still have a job to do. Let's go.
Go? Oh, you can't mean...
Chris, I have to find you.
Leon asks if something's following us after an unkillable monster just was in fact following them onto the train. What reason does he have to believe that that explosion completely eliminated it? What reason do we have to believe that? It is 100% possible that good old Willie will still be alive and well when Resident Evil 9 comes around and we go back to Raccoon City. I've said it before. Lisa's back, probably. There's no reason Willie wouldn't be. But anyway, that's the end of good old Claire B. I am gonna do Leon, or Claire A, Leon B as well, just because I really like Resident Evil 2. I really like Resident Evil in general, but it is good game, is fun. I enjoy. Therefore, I will play. Because I enjoy. And it only feels right. And that way we can also see the 2 EX files that I did miss. Also, I only just realized that that logo is what was on the back of Claire's jacket as we were playing through this. Does that mean that we were wearing an N64 exclusive costume, though? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, yep, that sure was Resident Evil 2. You know, from what I hear, there's 2 sides to every story. Well, here's a future that actually could theoretically happen, unlike the one we saw in Leon's ending. Outlander, the story wouldn't have to put in any work whatsoever to justify Lisa and William coming back. They both had the G-Virus. As far as we have seen, G-Virus things are unkillable. I can't recall an instance in the franchise where we ever killed something that was created with the G-Virus. We've killed plenty of T-Virus things, and T-Veronic virus things, and T-Abyss virus things, and T-Phobos virus things, and C-Virus things. But I cannot recall an instance where we have ever killed something that was infected or created with the G-Virus. We've only temporarily defeated them for them to then show up again later in a bigger, nastier form. And like Lisa, we didn't even kill her. She just jumped in a hole. And then we never saw her again in Resident Evil Remake. And Birkin here, I mean, he kept coming back bigger and nastier. And then there was an explosion and we never looked at him again, there's no telling whether, like, if even a single cell of him survived, maybe he could still make more. Like, yeah, as long as he doesn't get completely annihilated in the nuke that obliterates Raccoon City, then there's still very much a chance he could still be hanging out in Raccoon City. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this stream. Thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all of that. And I will be back on Tuesday when we're gonna get started on Claire A. See you then, friends.